College of Arts and Law. Friday 11th of July 2025, 3 p.m. Today, we're coming to you from the grand halls of the University of Birmingham, an institution steeped in discovery and research since 1900. The University of Birmingham was the UK's first civic university, a place designed for everyone, not just the privileged few. Every one of our graduates today is a part of that proud tradition of learning and achievement. Degree congregations at the University of Birmingham date back to 1901 and are held here in the Great Hall, right at the heart of our Edgbaston campus. Attended by nearly 30,000 graduates and guests each year, these events are the highlight of the university calendar and represent for many students the conclusion of their studies at Birmingham. Originally built as a cathedral to learning, the Great Hall never fails to impress our visitors. The building is Grade 2 listed, and it's really the details that make the space so special. It features a trompe-l'oeil domed ceiling located above its formal marble entrance. The entrance is bordered by archways that are designed to draw the eye towards the centre of the room. music you can hear is being performed by our very own student musicians. They often perform versions of modern pop hits or songs with a Birmingham connection. As our graduands wait for the ceremony to start, this is a time for them to reflect on how far they've come. They may think back to the first lecture they attended in a packed lecture hall, making friendships that will last a lifetime. Maybe they're thinking back to their first eureka moment, when their chosen field of study finally clicked into place. Or perhaps they're thinking about late-night debates in the guild, that group project that pushed them to their limits, or the spark of inspiration when they saw their research was really making an impact. Today they close one chapter and open another. A degree from the University of Birmingham is more than just a name on a certificate. Our graduates are recognised by employers for their resilience, creativity and dedication. Soon, they'll find many exciting opportunities waiting for them. A quick shout out to the staff, students and volunteers who have made this special day possible. We couldn't have done it without you. Also, a reminder to share your photos from today on social media. Make sure to tag our accounts so we can engage with your moment. audience is a mixture of graduates who sit in the back of the hall and their loved ones who are seated near the stage. During the ceremony, the graduates will make their way up to the stage, accept their scroll, and be applauded by their families and fellow students. In the sea of formal robes in the ceremony, attendees may spot black gowns, red and green gowns, and possibly some other eye-catching colours. The black robes are worn by those graduating with their bachelor's and master's. Green and red robes are for those picking up a doctorate degree. To the families, friends and supporters watching from home today, your encouragement, pep talks and well-timed cups of tea have helped our graduates reach this day. Let's take a moment to appreciate the parents who still don't quite understand what their child studied, but are immensely proud regardless. Well done, everyone. You've earned this celebration. Soon our ceremony will begin. There's a degree of pomp and circumstance to the day that echoes back through the years. These rituals connect our graduands today to students from the very first British universities formed in the 13th century. This procession isn't just tradition for tradition's sake. It's the university's way of honouring the past, affirming the authority of scholarship, and marking the threshold our graduands are about to cross. Now it's time for the procession to start. Senior academics of the university are led into the Great Hall by 2 mace bearers and will sit on stage throughout the ceremony. There is a mace bearer at the front of the line and one at the back. The latter is called the Esquire Bedell. Both carry large silver maces that they put down on stage. This is a ceremonial kick-off to the day. The mace bearers are usually staff members from the university who have volunteered to take part. Row by row, the procession makes its way up to the stage, passing proud faces in the congregation, students in mortarboards, parents wiping away tears, tutors exchanging proud glances. A senior member of the university, such as the Chancellor or a provost, will be the last to take their place. They'll stand before the attendees and declare the congregation open.
I declare the congregation open.
Well, good afternoon and welcome, everyone. It's absolutely wonderful that you've been able to join us here in Birmingham today. My name is Professor Helen Abbott, and I'm the Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Arts and Law. And so it's a huge pleasure to welcome you, our graduands at the back of the hall, and your family, friends and supporters here at the front of the hall to your graduation ceremony. Now, normally, I'd begin my speech by talking to you about everything you've learnt to get to this moment. So all of those things about exploring new ideas, tackling tough challenges, perhaps even arguing over great philosophical, theological, ethical or scientific concepts at 2 in the morning over a cuppa. And of course, learning not being just about your subject, but also about the value of perseverance and balance and friendship and community. And of course, these are all very important lessons that will stay with you long after you leave this great hall. However, one thing this great hall is not quite so great at is keeping cool on a rather hot day. So I've shortened my speech to make things a little bit easier for us. But today is a really meaningful day because we celebrate not only a milestone in your life, graduands, but also in the life of this university as we mark our 125th anniversary. Together, we've gathered to celebrate this special milestone in all sorts of ways. Old Joe has been lit up in vivid colours. We've also seen you take selfies with friends in the Green Heart. And many of you attended our UOB Extra events over the past month or so. And just a couple of weeks ago, we had thousands of students, alumni, staff and our community neighbours who came together here on campus for our Come to Campus festival. Under a sunny, bright, open sky, our orchestras and guest performers paid tribute to Birmingham's musical heritage in a celebration that was so very proudly Brummie and unmistakably ours. That day was also a reminder that this university is more than buildings and books. It's the people who bring it to life. And today, I want to take a moment with you all to honour one such individual. In today's ceremony, the university will award an Egretat degree. This is a degree that the University of Birmingham awards only in truly exceptional circumstances, and today this will be awarded in honour of Siŵr Lung, known to many as Baldwin. Baldwin joined the university in 2021 to study philosophy and sociology. His academic performance was consistently excellent, and he was on track to be one of the very best students on the degree. His long-term ambition was to become an art and culture correspondent, reflecting his interest in bringing together the Western philosophy he studied here with traditions that influence life in the East, especially in Japan and Korea. He had a passion for languages and could speak Mandarin, Cantonese and English, and was also teaching himself Japanese, not a small job for someone studying a very intensive degree. The tragic news of Baldwin's passing touched many people. He built strong relationships with his friends and peers, and his personal tutor remembers him as being exceptionally enthusiastic and cheerful and energetic. He will be very much missed and remembered by many of you in this room and across our university. So today, which is a day of celebration, in awarding Baldwin with an Egretat degree, we will be celebrating the achievements of a remarkable individual. And remarkable individuals are what our university is all about. It's been a huge pleasure to have you all as part of our community over the past few years. Some of the people who've taught you are sitting behind me, and I'm sure they'll agree that one of the privileges of our roles is that we get to see how you've grown and developed during your time here, both in your academic knowledge and your personal growth too. There are very many happy people in this room, and I know from experience that some of them will have a tear in their eye, as well as beaming smiles as you walk up here on stage to graduate. Your friends and family here in the room and watching us on the live stream from the cameras are enormously proud of what you have achieved. So very soon, you will come up onto this stage, and Adam Tickell, the Vice-Chancellor, will admit you to your degree. This is your moment. When your name is read out, that will be your graduation. And, family and friends here at the front, when you hear that name, that is your cue to make all kinds of noise, screams, whoops, whistles, whatever takes your fancy. Have cameras at the ready and tissues in the other hand for that lovely moment of celebration. So 2 pieces of advice to the graduands as you prepare to get your degree. The first is take care on the steps. The second is go back down the middle. And finally, don't forget to give a huge big smile for the cameras and enjoy every moment. Thank you.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduands walk across the stage to collect their scroll from the presiding officer.
Hello, I'm Professor David Cheetham. I'm the head of the School of Philosophy, Theology and Religion with Liberal Arts and Sciences. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, to you and to the University, I present the names of these graduands as listed in my programme, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I admit those persons listed in the programme for the degrees to which they are to be admitted.
College of Arts and Law, School of Philosophy, Theology and Religion, Doctor of Philosophy. For research into human moral status and the ethics of abortion, Bruce Philip Blackshaw. For research into bisexual lived experience in the Church of England and its relationship to Christian policies and publications, Harriet Olivia Grace Heath. For research into the prohibition of adoption within Islam with particular reference to the UK, Nahid Khan. For research into the theology of LGBT journeys of becoming, Cheryl Ann Marie Metzner. For research into intangible heritage in Saudi Arabia, Hadil Talal Moda. For research into the significance of the Eucharist for Pentecostals, John Onelum. For research into pederantism and Mariology, John Stickles. For research into theology, liminality and the music of Sigur Rós, Chi Man Tang. For research into the significance of the Christian doctrine of atonement for survivors of sexual abuse, Faith Beverly Van Horn. Master of Arts, Madison Kalechi Pollard Shaw. Master of Research, Deshante Elise Johnson. Master of Arts, Theology and Religion, Freya Victoria Mason. Master of Public Administration, Faith-Based Leadership, Peter Beeldman. Nicola Jane Grach. Samuel George Moore. Sarah Kathleen Patton. Jonathan Brian Pitts. Master of Science, Natural Science, Biomedical Science, Josie Ann Nuttall. Bachelor of Arts, English and Philosophy, Finn Bath. India Palmer Crow. Luca Elliott. Fergus Evans. Jade Dawn Gilbert Finnegan. Nathaniel Hilton. Daniel Kameni. Mansa Mahil. Francis Annis New. Adi Noy. Simran Panasar. Deanna Raby. Hannah Sharp. Martha Slavinsky. Liberal Arts and Science Philosophy with Year in Civic Leadership, Catherine Rose Kingsley. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Lucas Barr. Alexandra Frances Burke-May. Shani Boyd. Hannah Abigail Reffin Fleming. Neve Emma Hayden. Phoebe Head. Ruby Jones. Sophie Leighton Matthews. Joseph Alexander Nissim. Rebecca Olafau. Mia McCulloch Pickering. Rosie Potter. Bethany Vera Price. Katie Small. Justine Turner. Ellie Vowell. Chad Warren. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Classical Literature and Civilization, Benedict Morgan. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Drama, Delith Wynne. Liberal Arts and Sciences, English Literature, Lunya Mia Aksuga Trusulio. Scarlett Butler. Efia Kusi Apia. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Gender Studies, Ellie May Rennie Hingley. Liberal Arts and Sciences, History of Art, Indy Hansford. Liberal Arts and Sciences, International Relations, Alexander Jackson. Faye Olivia Williams. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Law, Jessica Clare Holland. Connie Parker. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Mandarin Chinese, Alice Miriam Summerfield. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Philosophy, Anthea Allen Jubin. Rebecca Byrne. Parvandeep Kaur Shergill. Tiana Sun. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Spanish, Marietta Goodband. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Sustainability, Ella Stubbs. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Theology and Religion, Rebecca Grace Long. Liberal Arts and Sciences with a year in Computer Sciences, Dominic Frank Reeves. Mathematics and Philosophy, Milo Baker. Eleanor Meechan. James Owen. Harry Sanders. Maisie Tuck. Andrew Ugueru. Timan Lewis Vorberg. Medical Humanities, Grace Catherine Alcock. Catherine Hurley. Sahana Sri Kalyan. Alessandro Pace. Philosophy, Yaman Andrade Jamal. Tulia Aspal. Sophia Borlin. Emmeline Brown. Connor Carlson. Yandi Chen. George Cosby. Ellie Creedon. Zoe Cummings. Alessandra Delican. Marshall Donnelly. Sophia Duncan. James Ayres. Alice Fatima. Hope Fitzsimmons. Edward James. Sonny Kerr-Martin. Daisy Kirkley. Isabella Rose Lacey. Sade Lamont. Xiampeng Lin. Gareth Lloyd. Alice Marson. Claudia Masaranas. Amelia McLean. Clementine Orford. Xuan Peng. Itai Riftin. Ethan Scott Cree. Catherine Sidebothan. Oliver Matthias Gray Skipwith. Henry Simons. Alfred Temple. Ella Upcraft. Buster James Ware. Ellen Woolnow. Philosophy and Sociology, Eloisa Beach. Haja Kamara. Alice Turner. Emma Evans-Brown. Soliana Aseb Paisa Alameo. Draw Si Leung. Philosophy with Mathematics, Deep Bamra. Philosophy with Year Abroad, Samuel Downey. Eleanor Rose Martin. Philosophy, Religion and Ethics, Afra Anjum. Amelia Booker. Josephia Cannell. Kira Cilliers. Danielle Kramer. Christiana Mansare. Lorna McBain. Ella McCarthy. Aidan Pears. Isabel Seal. Tobias Trafford. Philosophy, Religion and Ethics with Year Abroad, Etana Hassan. Politics, Religion and Philosophy, Kira Hall. Laiba Hassan. Oluwayemiku Israel Bolawanri. Sheena Teti. Politics, Religion and Philosophy with Year Abroad, Jamel Hakim. Imogen Tull. Theology and Religion, Asifa Begum. Aaron Carr. Georgie Craig. Jonathan Andrew Davis. Charlotte Haar. Gulrez Iqbal. Eve Painter. Millie Dawn Powell. Theology and Religion with History, Amelia G. Theology and Religion with Year Abroad, Gabrielle Ruth Alexander. Bachelor of Science, Liberal Arts and Science, Biomedical Science and Sociology, Danica Malin Dik Yan Poon. Liberal Arts and Science, Neuroscience and Linguistics, John Murdoch. Liberal Arts and Science, Sustainability with Year in Civic Leadership, Bethan Jones. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Beth Lear. Emily Sewell. Liberal Arts and Sciences Biochemistry, Florence Emily Jakes-Keddy. Liberal Arts and Sciences Biological Sciences, Gwilym Andrew. Liberal Arts and Sciences Biomedical Sciences, Helena Louise da Costa. Liberal Arts and Sciences Business, Rina Matsukawa. Liberal Arts and Sciences Neuroscience, Charlotte Gerard. Jessica May. Anna Keris Rimmer. Liberal Arts and Sciences Physics, Lauren Alana Morgan Parsons. Liberal Arts and Sciences Psychology, Abigail Gant. Liberal Arts and Sciences Sustainability, Daisy Ann Maunder. Liberal Arts and Sciences with Year in Civic Leadership, Dylan Salik. Natural Science, Biomedical Science and Computer Science, Lucas Ethan Vactal. Natural Sciences, Ethan Bacon. Hannah Grace Steele. Natural Sciences, Biomedical Sciences, Cara Jana Gillam. Adiva Kate Brooke Nelson. Natural Sciences, Chemistry, Jose Warren Jr. Cortesano. James Hull. Heather Rachel Lawrence. Natural Sciences, Material Science and Engineering, Onyiki Onkolo. Natural Sciences, Physics, Sarah Bettis. Natural Sciences with Year in Civic Leadership, Naya Christodoulou. College of Social Sciences, School of Government, Bachelor of Arts, Politics and Philosophy, Amelia Ross. Well, I'd like to invite our student representative to give a speech now on behalf of the graduating cohort. So welcome, please, Jose Warren Jr. Cortesano.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, David, for your generous and wise words. It is a sincere honor to stand before you today on this momentous occasion representing the School of Philosophy, Theology, and Religion, and particularly our vibrant community within the School of Liberal Arts and Natural Sciences. To my fellow graduates, I am deeply humbled by your nomination and the trust you place in me to speak on behalf of our cohort. It is a responsibility I do not take lightly. Today is a celebration not just of our degrees, but of our shared journey. The lectures, the late nights, the quiet reflections, the noisy group chats, the emails, the exams, and ultimately, our growth. We owe this day to many, to our brilliant lecturers and tutors who challenge us to think more deeply and question more boldly. To the often invisible staff, technicians, librarians, administrative and support staff who kept the wheels turning and the lights on. To our parents, families, and carers, thank you for your love, your patience, and for sticking by us through deadline seasons, existential crises, and the occasional laundry disaster. This is your triumph too. I want to share something a little personal. When my mom first visited Birmingham with me, I remember her being quite overwhelmed by the bull ring. The noise, the crowds, the sheer bustle. It was all a bit much. She looked at me as if to say, "Are you sure about this place?" But that chaotic, colorful, beautifully diverse energy is exactly what drew me in. Also, to be honest, I do love a bit of shopping. But more seriously, the same diversity of people, of ideas, of cultures is what has shaped us. Here, we've learned to listen to opinions not our own. We've sat in seminars with people from different faiths, no faith, different values, and different lives. We've disagreed, and that's the point. Birmingham has taught us to challenge assumptions, including our own. We've grown into more thoughtful citizens, more open-minded learners, and dare I say, better humans. Now, if you'll indulge me in a shift of tone, I'd like to channel the spirit of a famous Brit. We are living in a time of tension around us, division, conflict, and misinformation. But we are not leaving this university empty-handed. No, we have been armed. Birmingham has equipped us with the artillery of critical thought, the armor of ethical reasoning, and the compass of intellectual integrity. In an age of noise, we have been taught how to listen. In an age of division, we know how to connect. We are thinkers, not just consumers. We are agents of change, not passengers of circumstance. We must not retreat into comfort. Like those before us, scientists, activists, artists, and scholars, we must step into the arena. We have a duty to use our education, to question, to reform, to speak truth, and to power when silence is easier. And we shall not falter. Let the world know, Birmingham does not raise bystanders, it raises trailblazers. As graduates of this great university, we now belong to a proud and peculiar tribe, a herd of bulls, if you will. And much like our city's symbolic beast, we are tenacious, grounded, and impossible to ignore. Birmingham has always been a place of builders. Our city's history was forged in fire, metalworks, steam engines, transport revolutions. Canals, once busier than Venice, carved routes for commerce and ingenuity. The Industrial Revolution didn't just happen in Britain, it happened because of Birmingham. We have inherited that spirit through our group projects, part-time jobs, dissertations, activism, and long nights in the library. We've proven ourselves industrious. We've fallen, no doubt, but we've also gotten back up stronger each time. That grit, that's Birmingham, that's us. Some of our results on paper may not always reflect the effort, the learning, the lived experience, but they are not the only measure of our worth. Our resilience is. We are, and always will be, a team. Today is more than a ceremony. It is a punctuation mark, a full stop at the end of one chapter, and the capital letter at the beginning of the next. To my fellow graduates, I say this. May we go forward not in fear, but with hope. May we carry the values of this institution, the pursuit of knowledge, the courage of conviction, and a sense of duty, not to just ourselves, but to our communities, our planet, and the generations to come. As we look to the horizon towards careers, adventures, and unknown futures, let us not forget our roots. We are Brummies now, in accent or in heart. And though we may scatter across the globe, we remain connected. By the friendships we've made, by the lessons we've learned, and of course, by Old Joe, who ever watchful stands tall above campus, a timeless reminder of where it all began. To our educators who lit the spark, to parents and siblings who kept it burning, to friends who added laughter to the flame, and to everyone here today, thank you. Who knew beauty and brains could coexist? Apparently, the class of 2025 did. Congratulations, and may God bless you all.
Thank you, Jose. I hear a lot of student speakers, and I have to say that was an absolutely brilliant speech, so thank you very much on behalf of us all. I'm Adam Tickell, I'm the University Vice-Chancellor, and it falls on me to bring today's ceremony to a close. As you all came up, I could see the joy that you bring as you celebrate your degrees, and I can see the joy in your families and your friends and your carers who are coming up with you. So I'd just like to give a huge, heartfelt congratulations to all of you, and also to everybody who's got you here today. So congratulations and well done. As Helen said in her opening remarks, this university has now been a university for 125 years, and you join a distinguished family of alumni in, we think, every country around the world apart from North Korea. Our alumni engage in an astonishing array of projects and professions, and we look forward to seeing your achievements in the years to come and the legacy that you'll bring. Being a graduate of the University of Birmingham means that you're part of a really distinguished group of people. People that include Nobel Prize winners, engineers, authors, gold medalists in the Olympics, entrepreneurs, inspiring educators, world leaders, groundbreaking clinicians, theologians, and so on. But it's the collective impact of our graduates over the last 125 years that makes our university so great. The achievements that you'll make in your futures, the successes, and I dare say, some of the failures that you achieve in your personal lives. We all have failures, and the trick is not to see one mistake or one wrong turn as being one that lasts forever. Your time at Birmingham, as you heard so powerfully, will shape your legacy and shape your life, and it will shape our legacy for the future. Each of you is a chapter in our rich history. Through your experiences in the seminars and the studios, and in this room more than any, in the laboratories and the libraries, through challenges and through celebrations, you've shaped and been shaped by this University of Birmingham. Our history is one of creativity and vision, matched with perseverance. It's a story of failure and many successes, of ambition, of breakthroughs, of achievement. These may already be the hallmark of your story. They will no doubt shape your future. You and those of you who brought the graduates here today have many, many reasons to be proud. Now, I realise that we're not just here for 125 years, but from the number of programmes and fans in the room, that we're in almost 125-degree heat, that you don't want me to speak for long. So I'll finish on with the words of King Edward VII, who opened this great hall just over 100 years ago. And he said, "I say that the honour and dignity of this university are largely in your hands, and I look to you to initiate and hand down worthy traditions to your successors." These words remain true as they were then. Our stories will always be connected. You are all part of our legacy, and each of you will help to shape what the university becomes. You are Birmingham's future, and you are our past. But most of all, I just wanted to say a huge congratulations to all of you, and thank you very much. I declare the congregation closed.
the ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni has come to an end. The procession begins to stream out of the Great Hall, carrying with them the maces that were set down at the start of the ceremony. It's a nice bit of visual poetry that bookends the ceremony. As those maces are carried forward, so too are our graduates onto their next adventure. This is a powerful moment for our graduates, representing the culmination of years of dedicated study. The education, connections, and friendships they have made at Birmingham will last a lifetime. The University of Birmingham is known for producing great thinkers, change makers, and innovators. From Nobel Prize winners to sporting champions, this institution has shaped minds that go on to make a real difference in the world. Today's graduates are stepping into that legacy, ready to make their mark, whether they're heading into research, launching businesses, or, let's be honest, finally taking a proper break before the next adventure begins. From the Great Hall to the wider world, our graduates will carry the knowledge, ambition, and spirit of Birmingham in their next chapter. Wherever you're watching from, this is not just an ending, it is the beginning of something exceptional.